How not to be irritated by the actions of other people. If something irritates you very much, then it is better to exclude it from your life altogether. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't hang out with people you have nothing in common with. Neither views, nor interests, nor values coincide. If, for some reason, you cannot exclude communication with an unpleasant person, then reduce communication with him to a minimum. Accept it for what it is. Respect him, then he will respect you, even if you are completely incompatible. Be humorous. Sometimes people's actions are so absurd that instead of irritation, they cause laughter. Understand that their behavior has nothing personal to you. It's just that they are, that's their demeanor. Don't try everything on yourself. You are responsible only for your actions and thoughts and only to yourself. How to deal with anxiety. First, let's pay attention to what types of anxiety we feel. As a rule, it is anxiety out of habit, anxiety imposed on us from the outside, anxiety as internal anxiety, anxiety due to self-pity. Anxiety out of habit. Often we worry out of habit. Nothing happened. And suddenly this, and suddenly that. Ask yourself the question, what will you do if this suddenly happens? From the fact that you bring yourself to the extreme, nothing will change. And what's more, if you constantly think about the bad, then this will definitely happen. You, on the other hand, focused your attention on a certain event, collected energy at a given assemblage point. Don't say, I had a premonition that this would happen, the way you provoked it. We have created such a reality. Thank you. On the example of our parents and loved ones, as we formed as a person, we adopted such a character trait as something normal. But over time, we realized that anxiety brings a lot of inconvenience and suffering, and ultimately leads to physical and mental disorders of the body, diseases. Naturally, something needs to be done about it. Like any bad habit, the habit of anxiety is not so easy to break. After all, it has taken root. But, as they say, nothing is impossible, there would be a desire. For such a desire to appear, there must come an understanding of everything that is happening and an understanding that anxiety is useless. It does not lead us to solve problems. It exacerbates the situation. The best way to wean yourself from worrying is to find a favorite activity that brings joy and convince yourself that you and your loved ones are doing well. The difficulty lies in the fact that anxiety is not just emotions, it is a sensory state coming from within, accompanied by low-frequency vibrations that cause mental pain, cardiovascular, muscular, and so on. The only possible way to change the state is to raise the vibrations. And this happens when you receive the hormone of joy. Therefore, people are so in need of the love and care of loved ones. But even people close to us cannot give enough vibrations of love. They, like us, are mired in their experiences, and therefore do not vibrate at a sufficiently high frequency. They share with us what they can. So, let's find a source of clean energy ourselves and share it with our loved ones. Imposed anxiety. The media is a great source that provokes us to worry. How not to worry about what's going on in the world, you ask? What will happen next with us, with children? What will all this lead to? First, what we are shown is distorted to the point of disgrace. Secondly, at all times and epochs, something happened. And we always coped. If you can't help, then stop worrying and infecting others with your anxiety. Do not enter into discussions, do not feed an already difficult situation with negativity, it generates fear. Often other people's anxiety is transmitted to us. People often hang their far-fetched experiences on us. When communicating with such people, without noticing it, we fall under their influence and begin to spin their plots in our heads. Knowing and understanding what happens to us at the moment of anxiety is the answer to the question of how to deal with it. With such knowledge, we can track and stop the process of negative vibrations in time, prevent them from gaining strength. How not to get hung up and let go of the situation. Something unpleasant has happened, in your opinion. Moments of this situation constantly pop up in your head and spin a mental dialogue. And no matter how much you try to stop this flow, it reappears. You understand that you have to let go of the situation, but you don't know how. You can let go of the situation by analyzing it before the cause, which led to the current situation. Do not blame all the participants in the events, perhaps you provoked them to a certain behavior. You don't need to think about how good you are and how you do everything right, as sometimes a good attitude towards people provokes them to ugly deeds. Remember, you are not responsible for their behavior, only for your own. Analyze your mistakes, take them as an experience, and let go of the situation. There is no need to scroll in detail who said what and how it was necessary to answer. Nothing will change from this. What's done is done. What is said is said. Forgive yourself for that. Understand for yourself what role you have assigned yourself in this situation, the role of the victim or the role of the tyrant, which haunts you, and cancel it. For example, I was not treated fairly, the role of the victim. I behaved incorrectly, self-righteousness, tyranny. I will not allow anyone to treat me like that, a sense of superiority, ego. Feeling insulted is also the role of the victim. I was offended. I was provoked to this behavior. I usually do not behave like this, the role of the victim. There are many examples, but basically we are always either attackers or those who are attacked. It will be possible to let go of the situation when we remove the importance. The importance of who is right and who is wrong. The importance of how we looked from the outside. The importance of these people in relation to us. The importance of the place in general is to be in such a situation. None of this matters. Every day everything changes, every minute everything changes. If we do not attach much importance, but simply move on, then tomorrow no one will remember what happened yesterday. So, the situation needs to be let go. How to love yourself? It's a strange question. It would seem that we all love ourselves. But loving yourself and being selfish are two completely different things. First, you need to understand what it means to love yourself. Loving yourself means accepting yourself as you are and working on yourself to be better. Loving yourself is taking care of yourself and your body. To love oneself is to achieve harmony of soul and body. So, how do you love yourself? Understanding that you are unique, one of a kind, and individual will lead to complete delight. Wow, it's me. There is no one like it in the whole world. Great. This is the discovery. So, why strive to be like someone? Why multiply the qualities of other people if each of us has our own potential? It just needs to be revealed. Pay attention to yourself instead of admiring others. Everyone has their weaknesses. It's just that someone saw strong points in themselves and shows them in public. I wish you the same. We are all just human beings. Who is better and who is worse is a relative concept. Better than him, worse than her. These are not the right attitudes at all. One person is better at one, the other at the other. That's right. Better why? Because it is this activity that brings him pleasure, so he does it well. If you have been doing the wrong thing all your life, communicating with the wrong people, your children are not what you would like them to be, your parents do not support you, and so on, then it is difficult for you to love yourself. You are not happy with everything and yourself in the first place. Stop scolding and feeling sorry for yourself. Look, here and now, at yourself from a different angle. No matter how old you are, it is important to draw attention to yourself. How much is hidden in your image? Start to reveal it, get to know yourself new. Think about what you would like to correct a little inside and out and take care of yourself, beloved. Do not pay attention to the comments, criticism, and ridicule of others. You do not have time for this, you are busy with yourself. And you will notice, soon they themselves will begin to change and the attitude towards you will change. You will no longer need to defend yourself, you will begin to be respected. Answer, make a decision to achieve the ideal that you would be able to love in yourself and work in this direction. After a very short time, you will see yourself differently in the mirror.